It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got the Dolphins' sure-handed wide receiver. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Dolphins and the Pats on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in at 15-0, one win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they'll be let out by their 6-year quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Right to the air is Rush. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Terry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Miami defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, they just held them to a field goal. So to them, that was an almost complete performance because, you know, when you really shut someone out, that's complete. But that's pretty darn good, isn't it?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, they held them completely out of the end zone, just held them to a field goal. So they're not just hoping for a repeat here. They're hoping to do it even better. A shutout is their goal.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
This 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Sampson looking long for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached. to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time. When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now rush. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And that is no good. And this is a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On the ground, this is Julius Chestnut. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane adding to his NFL record in touchdowns. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. New England trying to get to place on offense. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Rush to throw. Here's Griffin on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Up the middle they go. Cherry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Rush. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Terry. And he's got another first down as he's brought Dolphins 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. When the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw is Rush. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Fighting through it, he's got space. Able to slither by. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 64 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami, it's the Dolphins with the football as they go to work on a first and goal. A run here with Chestnut. And he is met at the scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On second down, a run by Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives.
Down the left side, it's a foot race. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Play there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. right back to Achane on second down. Now the ball and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call, and out comes
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So good decision there by Mike McDaniel to throw that challenge flag. They rule in his favor. Throwing on first down. Sampson, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Marte Mapu, the one to bring him down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They'll run with Chestnut.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just...
He's coming and he's taken down. Jamal Adams. Blitz too fast to handle.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Dolphins. Go for it, pays off with 6 points. Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Rush on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Terry. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Play fake. Here's Rush. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Returnable here for Davis. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On 1st and 10, Sampson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Yes. Down, got his hand in, and knocked it away.
Second and 10. To throw again, Sampson. He's going to go up top again. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 66 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
On the carry, it's Chestnut. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Julius Chestnut. Touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. New England's offense set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Rush with it on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On second down, here's Rush. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Sampson.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Operating from the gun. Sampson. It's juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On 4th down, Sampson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Achan. Backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. He's fighting. Let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line.
On 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short, and the Patriots get the football back. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Slant pass. Griffin's got it. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
3rd down and 6. Rush. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. The Dolphins taking in this first half. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. First down now for Rush. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Throwing here, Rush. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. Bryce Young with 2 touchdown passes there. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. The Saints looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. The Falcons locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It might mean... It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. They won't step off the gas here.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Sampson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, give them a good 10 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 5. Looking to throw. Sampson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided to... there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Achane. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 87 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Sampson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Julius Chestnut, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And now out come the Patriots.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Cherry.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go play action with Rush.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Rush throwing again on second down.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Rush. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Davis now to return it. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Devon Achane to the offense, ready to go once again.
He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. On first down, Sampson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I get hot downfield. Who knows how to get the ball into the end zone? You throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Sampson. Pressure comes and down he goes. Loss of 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Off the play fake. Sampson, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. Sampson. That is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Terry. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. Cherry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Cherry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration behind the line of scrimmage.
Pick up there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll...
And this is... Touchdown, Patriots. Mike Gesicki, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Into the offense, ready to go once again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A give, running right, Achane. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff as they run left side. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, Sampson. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
On 4th down, Sampson. And it's complete. And they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49. There, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Taken in at the 11. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And out come the Dolphins now. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Sampson. Screen, that's complete. And he's to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To throw on 3rd down. Sampson looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Scared. But it falls to the ground and brings.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective, they had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
Rush working from the gun. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Miami set to take over. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Sanders now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Rush to throw on 1st down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd down, a throw coming from Rush. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Here's Rush to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down and 8. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now rush. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Rush on third and long. Throw out wide is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Dolphins, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year.
Let's go now. Ready. Here we go. Set. Set go. Come on. Set. Ready. Ready. Ready, break. Ready. Set. Go. On the set. Head up. Okay, ready. Set go.